So we can start with the meditation practice. As usual, mindfulness meditation. When we learn and practice meditation, we follow very traditional way. Sometimes our traditional way of practicing meditation is may not be in line with Buddha's teaching. Traditional meditation practice we do based on some teachers who lived later part of Buddhist history. They have taught meditation. When they taught, they have done some changes, and they have written some manuals for meditation. So when they wrote manuals for meditation, also have some changes based on their culture, based on the country where they live, based on the society they associated with. So some changes has occurred. It doesn't mean I am telling this traditional way of meditation, teaching and practice is wrong. But it is sometimes it is different. Even until today it is changing. Meditation teachers try to find their own way to teach meditation. Recently one meditation group became very popular. They say when you practice meditation, after a few sessions, they used to tell, you can see your past lives and even your next birth of next life. So they encourage you to practice meditation to see your past lives. To my understanding, original teaching of the Buddha is not for you to meditate to see your past life or future life. I am talking to you based on original scriptures. The purpose is helping you to achieve something, achieve a special goal. In other words, original teaching of the Buddha teaches you two things. Only two things. In a way, can say only one thing also. Those two things are almost linked together. The Buddha said his teaching, his effort is to teach us dukkha, that means discomfort of our life, and how to get rid of that. Two things. He wanted to teach us a kind of discomfort exists in our life. With awareness, so without awareness, we struggle because of that. Existing discomfort. Sometimes we can use the word dukkha. We use the translation as suffering, which is not really proper. So, we are not comfortable. We are not living in ease because we have a discomfort in our life. So we struggle with awareness or without awareness. Our ignorance is very strong, so we may not aware of that, the very discomfort which we are carrying with us. So Buddha's effort was to make us awake and see we are carrying a discomfort, non-ending discomfort. So he wanted to teach us how to get rid of that, how to get rid of this discomfort. So his meditation is also for this purpose. When we learn and practice meditation, day by day, we should be able to aware of our discomfort and how to get rid of discomfort, and at least to reduce our discomfort with some understanding, with some realization. If it works in that way, our meditation is meaningful. If you think in order to achieve ultimate goal of Buddhism, you have to meditate on 32 impurities, impurities of your body, different stages of dead body, then paying attention towards seeing your past life and future life. Sometimes your past life may be a horrible one, not only yours, myself. So you get very disgusted if you see your past life. If I see my past life, sometimes it may be good, sometimes quite neither bad, no good, or good. So, by seeing these things, our mind may get more disturbed. Instead of relaxing, our relaxation may disappear. We get excited, we may get frightened, we may develop some fear, or extreme happiness, thinking, oh, my past life was good, all these. The meditation is for relaxation, tranquility, to achieve some happiness through freedom from disturbances. But if you pay attention towards things I mentioned, sometimes you may not be able to achieve any relaxation. I don't say meditation on impurities, meditation on different stages of body. All these things are wrong. Depend on certain people and depend on occasions people are facing, or depend on people's experiences. That kind of methods also can work. But generally, meditation is to relax and achieve tranquility. Without paying much attention to such things, we can achieve the relaxation. we have to understand, generally we have to understand our emotions. I have discussed about this one of the previous Sunday talk also. We live with many emotions, positive and negative. Fear is one of the dominant emotion. Anger, another very dominant and clear emotion. Then attachment, excess attachment, strong attachment is another clear emotion. Of course, there are some good emotions also, like love, compassion, happiness or peace. So emotions are generally two types. We live with emotions, but if we live with emotions beginning of our life to the end of our life, especially without moving away or without overcoming negative emotions, we won't grow. We won't be able to achieve a clear happiness. So we should be able to overcome, deal with our emotions. In order to deal with our emotions, we have certain ways. But if we try to stop our emotions instantly, or doing something to stop our emotions, negative emotions, instantly, it may not work. But in meditation, we can achieve something which is helpful to deal with our emotions in a different way. We can, when we are having negative emotions, or when we are going to have negative emotions, we should be able to move our attention towards negative emotions. Let us say we have an attachment towards something very strongly. So if we go on with that attachment, go on and on, it can be towards something, it can be towards somebody, it can be towards something which we want to achieve. So if that attachment becomes a very dominant factor in our mind, every time it comes to our mind, so we go on and on thinking of that, thinking with attachment towards that particular thing which we want to gain. So when we go to sleep also, it may come to our mind. So we may have to struggle for sleeping. The object which we have in us and create strong attachment comes to our mind every time, while we are eating, while we are going to sleep, while we are going to do something, while we are reading, every time it comes. So we get a serious disturbance, plus it is called discomfort, it is called suffering. So if we think of totally eradicating attachment to get rid of this, we may not be able to achieve it easily, even may not be in this very life. It is a very difficult task, not closer to us. But there is a way to deal with this kind of situations through meditation. Through meditation, we should be able to move away our attention towards different objects. That means through meditation, we should be able to make our mind listen to us. We should be able to move our mind away from something which is disturbing all the time. If I go to give you an example in a very simple way, let us say we are talking with some people. So somebody bring up a topic or subject which is quite unpleasant, especially we don't like it. We don't want to pay attention. But that more we pay attention, more we get disgusted or unhappy because we don't like that subject. But we go on and on by listening to that subject and join with them with that subject. But if we are very tactful, we can be aware of this. Oh, this is not a subject we supposed to talk, we supposed to discuss, we supposed to go into. So we can bring in a very tactful way, we can bring in a different topic and try to move these people or the friend who want to talk something we don't like, can move away his attention towards something else which we like, which we want to talk. So by being aware of the situation, we can move away our attention, we can move away our thought process towards something else. So by doing so, our discomfort can be overcome. We can get rid of our discomfort at that time. So whatever the things when we do, uncomfortable thoughts, that means thoughts with discomfort arising, we should not go with them far, far away. We should be aware of thoughts which are arising within us and giving some discomfort to us. Instead of going with them far, far away, we should be able to change the subject. We should be able to move away from that with mindfulness. Mindfully, we should be able to move away from that. It is not something impossible. That is easier than meditate on 32 impurities and attain enlightenment. It is a practical way. We, instead of paying too much attention towards things which can bring pain, we move away from that and place our attention, place our thoughts towards a different subject. When I say this, it came to my mind in one occasion. when Buddha was sitting under a tree and relaxing, a group of young people were passing there, that place. They were searching for something or somebody. Then they had seen the Buddha. They approached the Buddha and asked, "Did you see somebody?" Then they mentioned about the person's appearance, all these things, such a person. Because what happened was, this group of young people were friends, and they were on a picnic. Today I think the library people also downstairs, I think, waiting to go for a picnic. But picnics are not new. So on the way of their picnic, they stopped somewhere. They went to a pool to bathe. Then, actually, in that group, one of the young men, others had their own wives. They were going with their young wives, but this man did not have a wife. So he got a lady, we can say a courtesan, we can say a whatever the way, not his wife. For this purpose, he called a lady. So when they went to the pool, their ornaments, clothings, this lady did not want to go to the pool, so they asked her to attend to their ornaments and clothing. Then they went to the pool. During that time, this lady had seen their attention was towards something else, so she took the most valuable things of them and ran away. So these people were searching, going in search of that lady. So they asked from the Buddha. The Buddha did not go to say anything about that lady. The Buddha asked a question. What was the question? What is good? Searching for somebody or searching about yourself? So anyway, that question was unexpected question. When we sometimes, if we get that kind of answer, we may get angry also. You want to ask about somebody, mention about appearance of that person, what kind of look that person has. But when we ask it from somebody, that person say, "Why do you look for somebody else outside? Why don't you look of yourself?" So Buddha asked that question. Anyway, they said, they think for a while and they said, "Oh, looking after ourselves is better." Then the Buddha said, "In that case, you sit. I will talk to you. I will teach you how to see yourself, not somebody outside. How to look for yourself, how to see yourself." Actually, this is the problem with us also. We are looking for others. We are looking for outside things, but that is non-ending. We never look for ourselves. So they sat, the Buddha preached a sermon. In the end, they managed to find themselves, and they attained some development, mental development. Later, they said, they mentioned their willingness to give up lay life and become disciples or ordination. So they became disciples of the Buddha. So these young people were very worried. What they have lost was in their mind, thinking of that, searching for it, So the responsible person disappeared, so searching for her. So they were unable to think of any other things. But the Buddha moved their attention. The Buddha moved their attention totally towards something else. Look after themselves. What is happening within them? So they achieve some tranquility, calmness, relaxation, and attain some stages of higher development. So meditation, especially mindfulness meditation, help us while we are having some trouble, difficulties, mental restlessness. If we try to go on and on with that situation, that's what happened to us in many cases. When something is troubling, we are thinking of that particular thing again and again and again. But if we have the ability to move away from that to another topic, another subject, another direction, we will be able to achieve some calmness, relaxation, at least for a while. With that relaxation, we may be able to find the right solution with the trouble which we are going through. So, through meditation, what is more important is being able to achieve this great development. When we are having trouble with negative emotions or whatever the things, we should be able to move away from that and find some relaxation, calmness and tranquility. So that way is more practical than meditation. Meditate to look for what had happened in our past life or what is going to happen in our future life. So I hope you can think of this. I don't know how far you understand this or not. This is something for you to think. So we haven't meditated yet. Talking about meditation is easier than practicing meditation. So let us practice at least about 15 minutes.